On today's episode of Vegan Cooking with Bobby and Brent,
we're gonna show you how to make this delish vegan mac and cheese with the Z's. Next. Onion, I know.
What is going on here? Look at all these plants. You said we're making mac and cheese?
We are making mac and cheese today, Bobby.
Dude, this is not cheese. This is potatoes.
Yes.
This is carrots. What are you talking about here? I'm confused.
So, as it turns out, what we're going to do is we're going to be using those potatoes, those set potatoes and carrots and different tree nuts. Are they tree nuts? I don't know if they're tree nuts.
Something.
Different types of nuts and stuff, and we're going to make that into a cheesy sauce. Can you believe it?
Ooh,
is your mind blown?
Dude, I can't believe it.
Am I officially the mind freak of vegan cooking shows? I'm Chris Angel. Basically, we're going to be chopping up a bunch of these veggies, heating them up in some water and such, throwing it all in the blender of all these spices and whatnot, blending it into a sauce, and that's gonna make up our cheese, if you will, with a Z, as the recipe says. You know, zoom in on that cheese.
I gotta say, this is not your mom and pop.
This is not your mom and pop's mac and cheese, my friend.
Mom and pop mac and cheese, but it's
Bobby and Brent's mac and cheese. It's Bobby and Brent's mac and cheese, or this recipe. Pretend like that recipe didn't say it was from another book. But yeah, this is one I've done at home a few times, and it's really cool. And the nice thing about it too, as much as I love my, like follow your hearts and stuff, sometimes maybe you want to just like, make it from scratch, and it uses all vegetables and whatnot, and so you can feel pretty good about yourself while you're doing it.
It's pretty cool. You know where it comes from.
Yeah. All right, so maybe we should let the folks at home know what they're gonna need to make this.
Yeah.
Cashews, macadamia nuts, canola oil, a carrot, garlic, lemon juice, cayenne pepper, potatoes, ground mustard, an onion, breadcrumbs, fusilli?
Okay, what's the first step, Brent?
All right, so we're gonna have to boil our water for our pasta and our veggies, and our nuts actually, as it turns out. And we're also going to need to prep our vegetables.
Whoa.
So let's go ahead and dive right in. We're gonna start by prepping our vegetables. So we got potatoes that need peeling, carrot that needs peeling, some onion and garlic that needs chopping. We're gonna wanna chop these up into fine little chunks. Because the idea being is we wanna like boil these so they get nice and soft and they're easy to blend. So the smaller we cut it, the easier they're gonna blend.
Do you ever see that episode, that video of Michael Bolton guest appearing at a small cafe in New York City?
Yes.
That's great, isn't it?
That's so good. I wish I could have had Michael Bolton sing my name at me. He's giving me my coffee.
Yeah, so Michael Bolton basically goes undercover as like a barista. And
he's not really undercover per se.
Yeah, he's pretty much just Michael Bolton.
It's just Michael Bolton in it. Yeah. He's basically himself. And like literally.
We're gonna meet life to carry. And then like the person at the coffee shop will just be like, wow, did Michael Bolton just call my name?
Now, there's probably an easier way to mince these, but why do it the easy way when you can do it the Brent way? Which is to just kind of awkwardly chop things at random. All right, Bobby, so our water is boiling, our veggies are chopped. I think it is time to start boiling our pasta and veggies. And we're not actually going to be boiling the nuts themselves. We're just going to be putting them in the hot water and letting them sit for about 10 minutes or so to get nice and soft.
All right.
So let's hop to it.
Let's hop to it.
Let's hop to it.
I'm excited about this. So first we're going to dump in here.
Yes.
Our onions and garlic.
Cool. Get all that up in there.
And now we're going to take our potatoes and carrots and carefully dump that in. Try not to spill the boiled water around too much.
Cool.
I'll put that in there.
All right.
And we will let that heat up a little bit.
Okay. We're gonna need to bake this later, so let's go ahead and get that preheating. So we're gonna go 350 for this one. 350, and then let that start preheating. So now we're gonna have to start soaking the nuts, if you will.
Okay.
So all we did for that one was get the water nice and hot. 1/3 cup of raw cashews and 1/3 cup of the macadamia nuts.
Okay.
And then we'll do the same for the macadamia nuts.
And how many are we doing?
This is also gonna be 1/3 cup.
Okay. So a similar amount?
Now, the recipe doesn't call for us to do this. I personally like to do this because I feel like it helps them blend better.
Yeah.
when you leave them in a hot water for 10-15 minutes, something like that, they get really soft, and that just makes it get smoother when we go to blend it later.
Yeah.
All right, so
that's not good.
All right, Bobby, so our water is now fully boiling for our pasta, so let's go ahead and throw that into the pot and get it cooking.
All right.
All right, so we bought this fusilli. Is that how you say it?
Well,
fusilli.
The Italian people.
Please speak on behalf of the Italians if you could, Bobby.
Well, I'm Irish, so.
Uh-oh. So all this time you've been saying you're Italian and you've been lying to me.
No, I'm also Italian.
Oh, you know what?
But the Irish in me doesn't know. So.
It's very controversial within your own psyche.
Yeah, it's like two different personalities in one head. There's the Irish Bobby and the Italian.
So you're like Two-Faced or something?
I'm like Two-Faced, yeah.
So we're gonna check on our veggies in just a little bit to see, because basically we only need to boil it until they're nice and soft.
Yes.
Nice and chewy. Usually the carrots take a little bit longer, so we'll give it a bit more time probably. All right, Bobby, so we've cooked our veggies, we've cooked our pasta.
Yep.
Our nuts are nice and soaked.
Yeah.
So I think we're ready for step 3.
Which is?
We're gonna be blending all our ingredients now.
Will it blend? Okay.
That is the question, Blend Tech.
Let's do
Even
it.
though this is Ninja, sorry. Sorry guys, no Blend Tech here. All right, so this is actually a pretty simple step. We're just gonna start throwing in our ingredients, and then we're gonna blend it all up.
And it doesn't matter what order?
Not necessarily. At home, I usually like to do the nuts first.
Okay.
And then kind of pour the veggies on top, and then our oil and spices and all that fun stuff.
Sounds good to me.
All right, so I'm gonna pour in our nuts. Get that in there.
Look at those nuts.
Wow, aren't they great? This bit's eventually gonna get old, but I do not care.
Well, it's just part of the show now at this point.
So you wanna go grab those veggies. We're gonna pour all that in, even with the water. We don't need to strain that.
All right.
The water's going in too.
So let's pour that all in.
Oh yeah, that's nice and soft. So that's looking good. That's gonna blend up real nice.
Looking really good. Drop a little bit of potato there.
That's fine. We'll toss it back in. 5-second roll, I guess. Clean countertops, don't worry about it. These are made from concrete, so I know people say, those look dirty. They're not dirty.
They're not dirty, guys.
They're just worn, it's the style.
It's rustic, it's cool.
It's the style, okay. Don't sweat the style. All right, and now I got some of my canola oil here, about 2/3 of a cup. I'm gonna pour that in there.
What's gonna be cool about this is how you can create the taste of cheese, or a similar texture and taste of cheese, with the color. I mean, the color is going to be there too, so that's kind of cool. Interesting.
Oh, it's already smelling good. All right.
Yeah.
So let's get
I'm excited about this one, guys.
Get the lemon juice in here, if I can figure out how to open this bad boy. I honestly cannot get this open. Your turn, you try.
It does seem rather obnoxious.
How many vegan cooks on YouTube does it take to open one thing of lemon juice?
It looks like it's
Find out next on Now You Know. The old theme song. All right, so we need 2 tablespoons of this.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and pour that
1 tablespoon and another tablespoon.
All right, so now we're gonna add in our mustard, which we just bought. So I need to open that now. This whole episode is just gonna be us like trying to open things and struggling for dear life. I think about a 1/4 teaspoon. I'm going to kind of just eyeball it personally. I don't.
If you knew that you were gonna ignore it before you read it.
I just want to have a general idea of where I need to be, and then kind of
like 3 cups or something.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to like go too crazy if it only needs a little baby bit, but I also don't want to underdo it if it needs a lot. So then we're gonna do a little cayenne pepper for some heat.
Man, I love the cayenne pepper.
I do too. Now this one I want to be careful with though, because cayenne can get overpowering.
You don't want it to be too hot. It's mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Although I usually put buffalo on my mac and cheese.
Yeah, I like a little spice in my mac and cheese. I mean, come on. Like, how many episodes have we done now of spicy stuff? Like, we love the spice here.
We love it.
And I'll do some saltage. Some saltage.
Some pepperage.
Some pepperage farms, except just pepper. All right, Bobby, so it's time to get blending. So let's do it up. 3, 2, 1, blend it! So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna grab a spatula and kind of stir the ingredients up a bit because we got a little bit of stuff that's kind of hanging out around the top. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so let's kind of tuck this stuff down in there so that it all gets blended up so it's nice and smooth and consistent. So let's go ahead and blend a little bit more. 3, 2, 1, blend it! All right.
Splendid blending.
Splendid blended. All right, so next thing I'm gonna wanna do is actually give it a little taste test to see if it's got the right amount of spices.
I'll grab you a little spoon.
A little spoonage would be cool. Let's give that another little taste.
Okay, it's got the Brent seal of approval.
I think that's right where we want it.
All right, Brent, we just blended up our stuff.
Yeah, so we got our cheesiness, we got our pasta right here. So our next step is we're gonna put all that in a nice casserole dish and we're gonna put it in the oven and bake it.
All right, let's do it.
So you do the honors of pouring the pasta in.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe we'll
grab the spoonage actually. I got the spoonage here. We'll use this little guy here.
Here, I'll hold it up for you.
A little teamwork action, get the pasta in here. Now the cool thing about this recipe too is if you're a gluten-free person, it's really easy to make this recipe gluten-free. All you really have to do is switch out, you know, our regular Durham wheat pasta that we got here for some sort of gluten-free pasta, like rice pasta, quinoa pasta.
I like it.
Chickpea pasta. There's so many different varieties of gluten-free pastas out there now. So
yeah, and
everything else besides the breadcrumbs, you'd have to omit that. Yeah. But everything else is gluten-free. So really easy to make this a gluten-free recipe if that's something you are interested in or need to do.
That's cool.
All right.
Yeah. So what I like about this is that you build it from scratch, kind of. So it's nice and. It's really fun. Yeah. If you have extra time.
Yeah. So pretty cool stuff. Now, next thing we're gonna do is get our cheesy sauce in here. So I'm gonna pull out our little guy here. Our little blades of steel.
Yeah.
Except not the video game, not the hockey video game from 1991 or 92, whatever came out.
Long ago.
Yeah, before you were even born, Bobby. Before you were born, I was playing Blades of Steel on the NES.
Weird. Right. Yeah, I was not even conceived.
That game was so fun. You could just like randomly get into fights with other players.
Okay, so we're pouring on our little mac and cheese sauce right now.
Yep, I'm trying to distribute the wealth here, you know, communism style.
Yeah, well, we'll mix it around a little bit after.
This is looking real nice.
It is looking nice.
So nice.
As much of that in there as possible.
Oh yeah, we're gonna. Our camera people are gonna be so bored as they watch me scrape every last morsel of cheesy sauce off of this splendor. Buckle in, guys. It's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be the sun will go down before we're done.
3 hours. Yeah. Still scooping.
Still scooping. I've like grown even more of a beard. Like I have like
those like gray hairs on the sides.
Exactly. I got the salt and pepper look that I so desperately want. And then
Brent wants to be a college professor with salt and pepper.
Yeah, and then so then I can have a good excuse to wear like tweed jackets with like patches on the elbows. Right now I don't feel like I could pull that off, but if you get a little salt and pepper on the temples, then you're in business, my man.
Okay, I'd say that's pretty close.
Yeah, let's go with this, and let's go ahead and mix it in here a little bit so that all our pasta is nice and cheesy. All right, so that's looking nice and mixed. So now, Bobby, if you want to do the honors, we're gonna throw it in our oven.
We gotta put the breadcrumbs on it first. You can't forget about the breadcrumbs, Brent.
Do the honors of putting the breadcrumbs on and then throw it in the oven.
How much do we want to throw on?
Oh, to your heart's content, my man.
All right.
To your heart's content.
I like breadcrumbs, so you're gonna regret that.
I don't know. I don't know if you can have enough breadcrumbs, in my opinion.
Okay, well then there we go.
Yeah, that looks good.
Okay.
Let's go with that.
All right, let's throw it in the oven.
All right, do it up, Bobby. I got dirty fingers, so I'm gonna let you do the honors.
All right, here we go. Oven is preheated.
Preheated oven.
And let's toss it in there. Boom. Now we wait.
Yes, so now we're gonna let it cook for about 20 to 30 minutes, something like that. And we'll check back with you guys when it is done.
All right, Brent.
We finished our mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese with a Z.
Mac and cheese with a Z. I'll keep emphasizing the Z because it's not your regular old mac and cheese.
It looks good, it smells good.
I'm actually really excited to give this a shot.
Me too. But.
What, Bobby?
We have to finish our grating. Before we get into it, Brent.
Why do we do this to ourselves? Why can't we just eat it? So our first grade is going to be healthiness.
All right. So I'm gonna say A on this because
ooh, A, wow.
Look at all the healthy stuff we got in here.
Okay.
I mean, you got cashews.
You
got the macadamia nuts.
Macadamia nut.
You got the potatoes.
Potato nut.
The carrots. It's all
carrot
good
nut.
Stuff. Carrot nuts.
all the different nut stuff. So yeah, it's got a lot of good stuff in there.
Maybe. No, I'm not changing my grade. I said A.
No,
I was gonna say
Bobby,
A minus, but A. A is my grade. Brent, what about you?
I'm going to go B.
Oh, you lucky duck, you can't.
Okay, there's a few things. Well, one, pasta. So I mean, obviously, that's just, you know.
True. I kind of regret giving it an A now.
Well, listen, you just stick to your guns. So you got pasta, there's some oil, but you know, it's better than your normal mac and cheese, which I'd probably give like a D, you know?
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Which is just all cheese and starch and whatever. This, you know, obviously all the whole food ingredients in there, like the vegetables, the nuts, the cashew nut.
You got some
pistachio nut.
Got some good stuff in there.
All right, Bobby. So next up on the docket is our cost.
Cost.
And I'm gonna go kind of lower on this one because of the macadamia nuts. I'm gonna go C+.
All right.
The one tub of macadamia nuts was like 13 bucks. That's pretty expensive. Now I will give you that. There's a lot of nuts left over, so we could make this probably quite a few more times.
Right.
So we're gonna get a lot of mileage out of that stuff. But for that there's a little bit of sticker shock there when you first buy all the ingredients. We'll have the price here listed below. It was a little bit on the pricey side, but you know, again, like some of these things you can use in other recipes and whatnot.
True.
But I'm probably gonna go C+ because of that.
Yeah, if you were gonna make this again, you'd have to buy more onion or more carrots, more potatoes. So I'm also gonna say low. I'm gonna say C.
Okay.
And I'm kind of disappointed at the price.
It's a little expensive.
When you could just buy Easy Mac if you weren't vegan, it would cost like $1. Not that that's good.
But this is
really
definitely better for you.
This is better for you and probably tastes
better. Yeah.
But...
Okay, so let's move on then to cleanup.
Yes.
So cleanup, I'm actually probably gonna go a little bit lower on the cleanup side too, because we needed a lot of different things. We used a casserole dish, we had a few pots.
The blender.
It's a little bit of a mess, but you know, so I'm gonna go maybe B- on the cleanup.
Okay.
It didn't take too long to actually clean it, but you have a lot of stuff to clean afterwards, so I'm gonna go B-.
Okay, I'm gonna say C+.
Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of annoying cleaning the blender and, you know, getting all that cheesiness out of there.
Yeah.
So.
But you know what, Bobby? That may be all well and good, but we have the most important grade to do.
What's that, Brent?
The taste.
We get to taste it?
We get to, believe it or not, we get to eat this
I thought
stuff.
we were making this for Zach.
Don't let him know that.
Oh, shoot. All right, well, if we get to taste it.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and give this a shot because it may be all worth it.
It looks really good. See, I've tasted the cheese on its own, but once you add it to the pasta and you put it in the oven, holy crap. That tastes like mac and cheese, dude.
That's really good, right?
What?
And I love the cayenne. I love having that little bit of spice in there too.
Yeah, me too. I like it. I like the cayenne.
Yeah, this is really working for me. This is definitely, of the times I made this, definitely one of the better results. I'm always kind of fussing with like the amounts of like spices and whatever. And this turned out really nice.
A+.
Wow, yeah. I'm probably gonna go A because I was talking to you earlier.
You made it better.
There was this one time they made it and I've been chasing that dragon ever since.
Yeah.
It was just like, perfect. This is so close, but just not quite as good as that one time.
We finished our mac and cheese.
Yeah, I think it turned out really great.
It turned out really good, but I have one question for you.
What's going on?
Are you ready to become college professor, Brent? Because I bought you this tweed jacket.
Wow.
I think you need to put it on before we finish this.
Yeah, absolutely, of course.
Now your hair isn't quite salt and pepper yet.
Yeah, it isn't gotten salt and pepper yet, but who knows? Maybe by the time we're like 20 episodes deep in this thing, I'll start prematurely graying. And
I have to say, Brian, it really suits you. You look like a college professor.
Absolutely. Oh, if only I wore my glasses today.
I know. Wow, look at you.
I feel like I'm ready to give a little lecture now.
Look at you! You like the little voice crack there?
Wow. Yeah, I feel very professional now. I feel like I can't eat this though now. I feel like I need something more sophisticated than mac and cheese.
Yeah, no, that's not. No, I'll just take that.
Right. Well, I didn't say it. Well, on that note, I think that's the end of this episode, guys.
It is the end of this episode. Let's cut to the end plate.
So thank you so much for watching, guys. We're not cutting to the end plate. It's
we already did the end plate.
We didn't. We got other things to say. You got to like. You got to sub.
Oh, true.
You got to
comment.
You got to comment below. Ask questions. Yell at us for things we did wrong.
Fine. This is the first end plate.
We do stuff wrong all the time. So yell at us.
Yeah.
And then there's Patreon. So thank you so much for watching this episode of Vegan Cooking with Bobby and Brent. I've been Brent. He's been Bobby.
I have been amazed. That's what I've been.
Yeah. He's been amazed. He's been shocked. He's been awed. He's been mind freaked.
This is crazy.
Chris Angel style, to bring it back to something we said a long time ago at this point.
Brent Angel.
Thank you so much for watching. Now you know
how to make mac and cheese vegan style.